So the first thing, tell us, are we under any imminent threat individually, or just what's the deal?
Well, I mean, a lot of people are saying that there was only one case that's been identified, but as we said earlier, a lot of people could possibly have been infected. The deal is we're just starting to test aggressively. And like, for instance, in my clinic, we've not been testing yet. So until we've tested enough people, we can't safely say that we've only had one case.
Okay.
The deal is the World Health Organization and all these other organizations are verifying that 80% of people who have coronavirus, this COVID-19, this new strain, they have very mild to moderate symptoms, meaning they have very few symptoms. And with this pollen coming, I mean, my throat is a little raspy right now. You know,
I was about to scoot over just a little bit here.
but the deal is, most of these symptoms of the coronavirus are very similar to the common cold, with the cough, the sore throat, the runny nose, the fever. You can have these same symptoms and maybe not have the coronavirus, but then again, you can have the coronavirus. So until we're doing very aggressive testing where people are being tested more readily, we can't really know that we're safe.
Okay.
So say I think I have the coronavirus, and I call your office.
Right.
Should I go ahead and come in? I mean, what would you tell someone like me if I think I have it?
Well, right now what we're doing, and we're being advised by the Mississippi State Medical Association along with the other governing bodies, we're advised to do a good telephone triage. And we have a set of criteria that we ask, specific questions, especially the fever, identifying the cough. And if we have a high index of suspicion that that individual does have coronavirus, we advised them to go toward UMC, and we advised them not to just show up at UMC ER, but to call, and then that way UMC can do a further triage, and if they feel that they have a high probability of having contracted this infection, then UMC will advise them on how to be tested. But the good news is, more of these tests are becoming available. LabCorp, who we do our testing with, they're coming out with a test that should be available at some point where individual clinics can do the testing. But there are also manufacturers from other countries such as Germany and Switzerland that are coming up with test kits. Now, the LabCorp test, it takes 3 to 4 days to get the results. But these test kits, well, they're able to produce the results. One test kit can even produce the results in 1 hour. Okay. But they're waiting for FDA approval. And once we get these test kits more readily available, we can test more people and we can verify that their safety that we really deserve is available. But until then, we have to maintain a high index of suspicion and follow the warning precautions, such as individuals that are 60, 70, 80, you know, with chronic medical conditions, to avoid large groups as much as possible.
So if I've got fever and I'm achy, it might be a cold, it might be the flu, but this is not the time just to go rush to the doctor. Call the doctor first.
That is correct, so that the doctor can advise you, so that you can take the necessary precautions to have the safest experience.
Is it how?
Hand bump again.
Just one last question. How can you tell the difference between the coronavirus and a cold?
Well, that's the problem. You can't.
Take the test.
That's why it's so important that, you know, the FDA go ahead and, you know, review these different options and approve them so we can do this testing, because community safety is #1, and until we get these tests available, you know, public safety is in jeopardy.
Don't want you to feel left out. Hand bump to you too.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Quinn.
Hey, thank you.